Hi guys, this is Amanda Rosentel with New Journey Coaching. I just wanted to make a tiny presentation for you to kind of get a glimpse of what life coaching could be about and how it could help you in your life. So let's get started and see what's going on. So, what is stopping you from positive change? We have fear, time, worry, lack of organization, yourself, could be guilt, what other people think. The list can go on. There's so many things that can stop us from making a positive change for ourselves or your family. And whatever is stopping you, you can overcome it. You might need some help and guidance, but you can and will overcome it if you want it bad enough. But what helps you to start to have that change? Well, let's see. That's our little friend, motivation. But what is motivation? And do you wait until you just feel motivated? Do you just sit back and wait for the motivation to come? Well, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. We need to put ourselves into action in order to be motivated. So you're going to be waiting a very long time if you're waiting for motivation to come. So motivation, like I said, starts with action, which is movement. So literally picking your foot up and moving it forward one step in front of the other. Is taking that literal action. Motivation comes after we do something, not before. It comes from effort. Putting the effort in creates the motivation. So how do we start the process of motivation? Well, our first step is identifying a very specific goal. And you only pick one goal for now. If you have multiple, you'll get there at a later time. But you want to write down this very specific goal, and it would be very helpful to have a notebook and, pen. Very old-fashioned notebook and pen. It helps to have the pen to the paper. It makes it more accountable and visual for you. So some examples of goals you might want to consider, more time for self-care, more time for your family, leaving your work at your work, creating a better communication in your relationships, whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, family, your children, any type of relationship can be included in the better communication. Having a healthier routine, whether it's food-wise or sleep-wise, mental health-wise, anything to help gain a healthier lifestyle. Learning to say no without feeling guilty, letting go of that guilt and not caring what other people think all the time. That is a very popular goal. And second is to create a plan in order to meet that goal. So they'll use the example of self-care. For this specific example, this might work for other examples also, but you want to write down, again, pen to paper, your daily schedule. What is your work schedule? Do you have appointments or obligations, or do you have to drop the kids off or care for parents or anything like that? Make sure that is all written down with the days and the times that you need to be at those specific obligations. And it might be different every day. So you might need 7 different pieces of paper to do this. But you're going to identify, after you're done writing down your specific times and days, identify those small pockets of time that you have. It might be 7 different times, 5 minutes each, but that's still 5 minutes that you have to gain time for self-care. And in order to add more time, you might have to ask for help. You might have to delegate certain tasks, and that's okay. We can get you comfortable feeling okay with asking for help and letting go of some of those tasks that you normally take care of. And it's kind of just part of the process, and trusting that you know what your goals are and you know what you need to do to achieve those goals. So creating a plan and being very specific about that plan. And the third overall thing you need to do is hold yourself accountable. And it's going to look messy at first, and you might not really know what you're doing, and that's okay. but it's kind of weeding through what doesn't work and finding what does work. And then telling yourself your goal and repeating your goal to yourself and others, creating visuals towards your goal. That's why vision boards work so well, especially, a lot of companies use vision boards and mission statements and things like that. Making your goals visual will help you to attain those goals. If you have something in your face daily telling you that this is what your goal is, this is what you want to strive for, you are going to work harder to get to that goal because it's constantly in your face saying, come on, you need to reach that goal, you need to get there. And subconsciously, your mind is absorbing that and learning to focus on that goal, even when you're not even, visually focused on it, but subconsciously you still are. It's still in your head and you're still carrying it around with you, that in the back of your head, okay, I need to take care of myself. I promised myself I'd work towards this goal. Holding yourself accountable and having those visuals will help you get towards that goal quicker than if you're just waiting for things to happen. Because who knows if that will ever happen if you're just waiting for it to happen. Remember that motivation is because of action and motion. So that's the third thing and you want to do to help you work towards those goals. So here's a few key points to leave you with. Disappointment can cause people to quit. If we aren't disappointed, we are never trying anything new, bold, or significant. When you're on the verge of disappointment, that usually means you're almost to the next step, because it is hard and it is going to take work. It's not going to come just land on your lap like, oh, here's the goal you've wanted. I'll bring it right to you. That's not how it works. It'd be lovely if that's how it worked, but it doesn't work that way. Successful people get disappointed. They learn through it and they let go. So they're learning from their mistakes constantly, trying to find better and new ways to do things in order to make the goal easier to attain. But it takes practice and it's a process. So only our actions speak to who we are and what we desire, not our wishes. So you could wish for something to happen, but unless you're taking that step toward action, it's probably not going to happen. Fortune favors the brave, and action alone will highlight the next step. So if you want to take that next step, you just got to put your one foot forward and then the next foot forward. So we highlighted that word action a lot. Right here it says, basically take action. Take action. And when are you going to take the action if it's not now? You're going to wait till you're feeling better, because that's probably not going to happen. You need to take the action first for the motivation to come. So that's kind of a little insight into how you start the process of dealing with goals and working towards your goals a step at a time. And if you ever need assistance or have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I love helping people reach any goals that they have. I'll direct you in the right place to what you need to do in order to reach those goals. So here's my contact information. Feel free to reach out. You can call or text me, email, and I'm on Instagram and Facebook. You can message me anytime, and don't hesitate to ask me any questions you have. It was great sharing this information with you. I hope you found it useful. And this is Amanda Rosentel with New Journey Coaching. Have an awesome day.